Don't you ever use ChatGPT if you do not know about this AI app. Now, let me explain what I mean. Most people, including you maybe, don't know how ChatGPT works. They think it is just another search engine channel like Google, Bing, among others. If this is truly the point, why would anybody say AI would replace human? As clear as that, but not Google will replace you. I mean, come to think of it, if AI isn't special, nobody will be saying that kind of thing about it. Unlike Google, Bing, among others. But if you feel you already know enough about ChatGPT, trust me, you are just getting started. Because this new AI is going to blow your mind. In a recent interview that I had, I actually employed this AI with ChatGPT, and you know what happened? I actually stood up as a candidate amongst all. So, in a nutshell, if you're a content strategist, a social media manager, a marketer, a blog writer, or content marketer, even if you are a student researcher, this new AI is exclusively designed to facilitate your work. Yeah, you're welcome back, guys. I know you're actually on edge right now, wondering what this AI is all about. Don't worry, I'm going to tell you in a jiffy. But before we jump right into it, I've got to say that, have you ever noticed that whenever you are using ChatGPT, it tends to agree with everything you say, even at the point where there seems to be a contradictory opinion between what it gives you and what you're actually thinking in mind. And it makes you say, oh, this is what you feel this thing is actually supposed to be, and ChatGPT will agree with you immediately. Yeah, it's actually nice for the ego, but it's not something really cool. That is not really critical. That looks so subjective, in case you've actually been observing that. But the very first thing we're going to consider here is we're going to look at how you need to make ChatGPT really objective each time it is giving you a response on your questions. So that's going to be the first one, which I'm going to be revealing shortly. Now, the second thing about the AI, but before we jump right into it, I've got to say that if humans have minds of their own to think, I think AI should as well. So the name is AI Mind. Now let's get right into it. Now we begin from here. If we want to make ChatGPT to be more objective, then we can stay on this. But if you feel it's not needed, you can just skip. So basically, this is a prompt. If you look at it from the beginning now, unless if you are someone who rarely uses ChatGPT, then you might find it difficult to understand this. But for somebody who has actually been experiencing, this kind of situation, that ChatGPT will give you responses that are so watery, that are not, fact-based and not really critical enough, then you will understand the implication. So essentially, the whole essence of this is to change the tune, ChatGPT tune, and make it get critical each time it's actually giving you responses on anything you ask it. You don't necessarily have to copy the whole of this prompt word for word. Just look at the structure, and I believe you'll get it right. That is what you need to do basically. Let's move on. Get started. You need to go on Google and search for AI Mind. There are multiple websites that bear AI Mind, but the one you are looking for is actually aimind.so. That's the website. So this is it. So this is the one you are looking for precisely. So you enter and you get started. You sign up, Gmail, Yahoo Mail, amongst others. So the moment you land on a landing page, so these are the two things you see. So the first part is prompt generator and the other one for AI Mind publication. So select prompt generator, and this is where it actually gets insane. Okay, so you have to come under present, and you will see a list of things you can actually use AI Mind for, starting with general, academic, fun, professional. Where do you belong? That is the question. So you choose the part that is actually suitable for you. So under each of those categories, you can actually see things that are highlighted under each of them. So look at the one that is actually suitable for the content you are creating, then you move. I think that makes sense. I know you must be all edgy right now to use this AI for your next content. Now, let's take the first part of this, which is AI Mind for content strategy. Now we've selected the present, which is general. Now let's do the prompts. So let's paste this up so that we can have the type it done as quickly as possible. Now, yeah, it's done now. So now let me read through. I need to set up a social media campaign calendar for my company. We are a SaaS company and our target audience is the legal industry. Okay, so then I have the rest of the prompts that way. Now let's generate the prompt and see what the improved prompt will look like. So this is what we have here. So wait for it until it is done. So what's the next thing you do here? You copy from improved prompt to the last sentence. So you can either extend the copying down to additional content. Okay, so either ways, you can actually do it one after the other, or you copy both together. Then you go down to ChatGPT and paste everything in there. So the method to paste is just wait and see what ChatGPT comes up with. Amazing. So this is a comprehensive calendar. So we have the campaign foundation as the first one. The next one, we have the monthly content calendar. Then under that, we have week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. So everything being broken down. Then we have the third one, which is competitors, strategy, and some other things, metrics, and the likes. So this is actually a robust calendar to have for the for the whole month as a social media manager. So now I want ChatGPT to set up a table for the monthly calendar, for the monthly strategy. Now I just give in the prompt, then design it. So let's see what ChatGPT will come up with as a calendar. I need a comprehensive calendar for this, just to to break down the work and make it more friendly in the course of execution. Wow, this is mind-blowing, guys. This is exactly what I'm trying to say. In week 1, for instance, there's a section for days, there's a section for platforms to be used, there's a section for content type, amongst others. So these are huge enough insights that you can actually deal with for the whole of the month, far better than when you just put in random prompts to deal with. So there's a way you can actually come up with something of this magnitude if you are actually going to be using your regular prompts and the way you've always been doing it over time. So this is how far AI mind can actually take you. So we ain't going to stop here. Let's try it on something else. The job will be easier now because we already have the foundation. So as me, I actually wanted to write, I'm a blogger, and I wanted to write a blog on how to get started with blog writing. Okay, all I've got to do is just to put in the blog, the title of what I actually wanted to do precisely, and to come up with improved prompt that I'm going to copy and paste in ChatGPT, and let's see what ChatGPT is going to give us. So literally, the essence of this is that ChatGPT will understand that this is going to be for blog writing. The output that ChatGPT will generate will come inconsistent with blog, even though those content might not be fully fleshed out, but then it will still give you something like an insight to what you can actually deal with. Along the line, you can decide to improve them by yourself, focusing on certain parts, increasing the paragraphs and doing the basic things. So these are major things that you're actually supposed to do when it comes to just blog writing. And this thing is actually different from when you're talking about content marketing, because much more effort is actually required of you. So if it's just for blogging, just giving information to people out there, you can go about it this way. But when it comes to content marketing, it actually requires a little bit more dedication and strategy. That is it about that. This as well. So you can actually see the way it is done as well, more or less like a repetition of what I did the first time. So basically, this is not really something stressful. So it's just for you to follow the simple guide and you are done with it. So guys, this is going to be the end of this video. If you have learned something remarkable today, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I think this will keep me moving and keep on with the exceptional content that I drop for you. See you around.